Welcome to Vari-Yoga. Hope you take time today to join Brian and I for this wonderful show we have laid out for you. And we're so glad you're here. We're so glad you tuned in. And either you're at home or you're sitting at your office. Maybe you're going to reserve this for later. You're watching it on your computer screen. Yeah. We're just glad that you take time for yourself and join us in this Vari-Yoga practice. Most of it we'll start out on the floor and then we'll come up to standing.
Right.
So
we've got a good mix of practice, big mix of sequences today.
We really do. And we're going to start out though with, for most people, the best place to start your practice is to warm up, and to warm up with some neck rolls and some shoulder releases, right?
Yes.
So why don't you take us through those?
All right. Let's first, even before we start moving our head around, tune into your breath.
Yes, tune in.
Let us tune into our breath as well.
Yes.
Sometimes when we shoot the show, we just come running in and set up, and we need to get in the groove as well with you at home who are practicing with us. So let's just take a couple of breaths together.
Idea.
Long, steady breaths in and out through your nose.
Inhale.
Take a moment, just close your eyes with us. We'll close ours as well. Take a long, steady breath in through your nose and long, steady breath out. Let your face relax into a gentle smile. Tell yourself it's okay to be right here, right now with things just as they are, being honest with what is in the moment and then growing from here. Let your eyes softly open. Let's begin movement. Inhale, lift your chin up. Take the crown of your head, begin to circle it around.
Which direction?
Yeah. The direction of your choice.
Yes. And just notice as you circle your head, this is a nice way just to check into your neck. And there's a whole thing of observing your body. Most of the time we kind of go unconscious. And this is a way to say, oh, I feel a little tension on the left side or the right side.
Let's change direction now.
Yeah.
Sometimes tension will reveal itself when you're circling the head in one direction. It doesn't reveal itself circling the other way, so it's good to go both ways.
That's a very good point, because I started yoga because of neck and shoulder issues and back issues, and I have a tendency to have more tension on the left side of my head and my neck. That's where I hold it,
Head back to neutral.
Yeah.
Shoulders roll now.
Oh yeah, I like this one. This gets you into touch with all the muscles that engage the shoulders, that hold our shoulders and arms onto our body. This helps you start to realize, oh, I'm tight right there too. So
I get a question a lot from people. Do your shoulders and neck make noise when you move it around?
Sometimes they do.
Snap, crackle, pop.
And do you have any clue what that is? Snap, crackle, popping?
It's a lot of things.
A lot of things. It can be it could be your bones, it could be your tendons and your...
rolling over the surface of a bone.
Yes, exactly. Different things, as long as it's not painful.
As long as it's not painful, that's right. And we're mirror imaging with you, so I want you to take your right arm, our left, take your right arm across the front of your body, and your left hand holds above the elbow or somewhere up there.
Just let the right arm relax, and you're just pulling gently with the left. Yeah.
Now, while this may seem like a stretch for the shoulders, it's also a stretch that goes all the way around to the back of your spine, across the shoulder blade, all the way to the center of the back. And last week I woke up with a crick in my neck. A crick.
Not a cricket?
A crick.
Just a crick.
A crick. Not a creak, a crick. Let's change sides. And I was so stiff, and I had to drive across town, and I realized that when I was driving, I was turning my shoulders to turn my head.
Oh,
and I thought,
how it's
yes,
tight.
I thought, yoga teacher, heal thyself. Let's go back to the first side. Right arm across the front again. And so I sat in the parking lot of the store I was getting ready to go into, and had my arm across the front like this, and just stretched it for about 1.5 minutes, 2 minutes aside. And it freed up my neck. I had such freedom after that. Just really released it.
Isn't that amazing? Just taking a little bit of time for yourself. I hope you are doing that. Just sitting there. I mean, we just forget, and we just, I don't have time for that. I just got to run to do something else, or I've got to get that last email out, or I've got to answer that last phone call, or
that text.
Yes, I have a story about yoga. Really does help you balance, and I was recently up in Colorado doing some bicycle riding up on the mountain, and I fell, and I started feeling myself fall, and I just caught myself. It was like magic. I was like, yay, yoga, so I did not actually hurt myself. So knowing where you are in space.
That's right.
So what's next?
We're going to take our legs out in front of us, and we're going to do Dandasana.
Oh, staff
flow,
pose.
staff pose. Take your
Yeah.
legs out in front.
So if you are sitting on, we have mats, and hopefully you've, over the time of practicing with us, you have your own mat. If not, sitting on carpet is fine for these. You can sit on the edge of a blanket if you want, or not, but your legs are straight out in front. Yeah, so that's the staff pose. And lots of times, it might be wise if you are on the floor. I mean, if you love having your dog right there with you, great, or your cat, but sometimes it's nice just to put them in another room or so they're not always
You're right in your face.
right in your face, yeah. Okay, I'll follow you.
Okay. First, let's just move our ankles a little bit. Roll your
Yeah.
ankles around, spread your toes.
Good.
Now,
Yes.
danda is the Sanskrit word for staff, and sitting with your legs parallel to the floor and your torso perpendicular is staff pose. All right, we're going to do a little flow that moves the spine in 6 directions. The first 2 directions are forward and backward. So bend your knees, flex your feet, take your hands forward and up. Inhale. Exhale, reach forward. You can touch your ankles, your shins, your toes. Inhale, lift up, anyone, that's right. Bring your hands to the floor behind you. Leave your hips on the floor. Lift your heart, sway your back. Exhale, back to neutral. Inhale, hands up. Exhale, fold forward.
As you start to practice this and you do this,
Inhale up.
and you feel your legs stretching and getting heat in your thighs, you can straighten your legs a little more. We always err on the cautious side when you start to warm up. So if you feel that you can now take your legs a little straighter, do that.
Inhale up. Just one more time. Take your hands back and inhale, lift up your heart. And exhale, neutral. Now straighten your legs down.
Okay.
Take your hands up, wide and up. Inhale. Exhale. Take your right hand to the floor on the right side and your left arm reaches over.
Anchor into that left leg.
Inhale up. Exhale, take your left hand down and your right hand reaches over.
So anchor into the opposite leg. So you
Good.
keep that
Inhale up.
stretch happening down the side. I love stretching my side body.
Oh, me too. That's good for your lymphatic system. It's good for the detoxification to move the fluids around in the body. And we have a lot of channels of lymphatic drainage in our torso.
Yes.
And these side stretches
helps
really
with
help.
that. Yes, it does. Very good.
And back to center. And now twist to your right. Left hand to your right knee, right hand to the floor behind.
Yes.
Inhale, come up. Exhale, twist left.
You take that hand behind you, use it like a kickstand. You're pushing down and lengthening up through your spine.
And up.
Keep a nice straight back. Well, one thing is we've noticed over the airing of this show in many different places on ATN, especially here at the Jones Television. Man, what a great station we have, opportunity for people. We're getting a lot of emails. Please keep them coming. Let us know how you like the show or what benefits you get from it. What would you like on a show? Sometimes you'll send us emails and we'll design a show for you. So let us know.
All right, so we're going to do Janu Shirshasana next. the
Yeah,
head
I
to knee
love this flow.
Let's
do
awaken
it.
our hips first.
Good idea. Let's do the Baladolakasana.
Baladolakasana.
Yeah, baby cradle. So
We're going to
let's
start with, at home, your right leg, our left, because we teach mirror image.
just hold your foot. You're going to hold the knee, okay? Rock back and forth.
Right, there are several positions you can do with this, but the most accessible is hand on the knee and the other hand on the heel.
Yeah,
It's a little rock side to side.
this is good. Yeah. I did a long road trip recently, 15-hour driving, and again, I'm grateful that I practice yoga and just certain poses, certain releases like hips like this or the Janu Shirshasana, just to keep, because you get all stoved up when you drive in a car.
All stove up. Huh?
Yeah, stove up, that's
Yeah.
it. That's definitely an Arkansas term.
Yeah.
I never heard it until first time I heard it until Arkansas, yeah.
Yeah, well, you got a crick in your neck and you're all stove up.
Yoga helps,
Yeah.
all right. Okay, so we're gonna do the Janu Shirshasana flow. And why don't we're gonna show you that you can do it 2 ways. I'll do it where I lift my hips and you want to do
I'll
it
stay with hips down.
So you can do it 2 ways, so see what works for you best. And I want you to, what we're gonna do is, since we have our mats, we're gonna move over to the side. You don't have to. If you have a mat, do that with us. If you're just on a carpeted floor, stay right there. Bend your right knee, bring your right foot up to the inside of your left thigh, and then just lower the knee down to the floor. So you're starting in the pose known as Janu Shirshasana, and then we're gonna flow with it. So we inhale, extend your arms up, reaching up towards the ceiling, and then exhale, fold over that left leg, hands to your shin, to your ankle, to your toes. And then on your next inhale, bring your arms back up. And as you exhale, twist to your right. Plant your right hand as a kickstand, and then inhale, sweep the left arm as you lift your hips overhead.
And I'm leaving my hips down.
Yep, that's a variation.
The alternate
And then
version.
come back down. Good, that was once. Inhale, keep going with us. Exhale, fold. Keeping your leg as straight as possible, but if the back gets tight or cranky, bend the knee on your straight leg. Inhale, lift your left arm overhead, lift your hips, and then exhale, sit back down. Do the variation as Brian's doing. Keep your hips down as you twist to your right and back up again. This is the last time on this side. Good, and sweep the left arm overhead, hips down or up, and then release back to the floor. Yeah.
Good.
And let's change sides. So you just straighten out your right leg. We're going to move to the other side of the mat. Bend your left knee, bring your left foot to the inside of your right thigh and lower the knee down. Get yourself set up here, and then inhale, extend the arms up. Exhale, reach for your toes or your ankle or your shins, and back up again. Lengthen through your side body and twist to your left. Inhale, hips stay down or hips lift. And exhale, down. 2 more times with us. Hope if you've just tuned in, get ready, get down on the floor and start
practicing.
Start practicing. Exhale and inhale. These are accessible movements, even if you're a total beginner. And up and again.
Last time through.
Last time through.
Thanks for giving me the easy variation.
Yeah, we got a full day here. I should button up and bring your hands just down to your side. Okay, that was Janu Shirshasana.
Janu Shirshasana. Janu means knee and Shirsha means head. And
Head
that
to
pose
knee.
is moving your head toward your knee.
Yes.
We're going to change our mats around here because we're going to do some wide poses.
Yeah, but you don't have to change yourself around. Just watch. We're just going to flip our mats. Do you want me to go to the front?
Sure.
Okay. And we're going to go this way just so we can continue to have padding for our legs and our feet. There we go. Okay. So this is a wide angles that we're doing, right?
That's right.
Okay. Give me some padding for my heels, I bet.
Yes.
Okay.
All right, so we're going to sit at home. You're going to take your right leg out. Andrea, you'll take your left leg out.
Yep, got it.
So they're right at home, our left.
Yeah.
And then bring your left foot to the middle. We already got our hip open. You notice that in Arkansas we say already instead of already. So I already got a crick in my neck and I'm stove up.
God.
So your right leg is out to the right and your left leg is down. If this is too intense for you, you may use a blanket and lift that up just a little
very
bit.
good. Good modification.
Honor your inner thigh.
Yeah.
Bring your hands forward. Lift up your heart. Just by lifting up your heart, notice how that increases the stretch a little bit.
You know what I notice whenever I do this, and I want you guys to pay attention to that too. When you start to say lift your heart, I start to just totally lift my chin.
Yeah.
I know, and we do that. We think the chin's going to be the lead in the pose.
Or that it's attached somehow.
Yeah,
and
but it's
lift it.
not. So we try and keep your chin parallel to the floor. And now you go ahead.
Okay, so we're leaning forward just a little. I want you to anchor into the bent knee, the leg that has the bent knee. Anchor, because the right side wants to come up, the leg wants to lift up.
Yeah.
All right, we're going to do a little movement here, so let's come back up. I want you to take your right hand to the inside of your right calf. Palm is open. Take your left hand out, palm up. We inhale and lift. Exhale, bring the arm over your ear. Some of you may be able to take your hand close to your foot, some not so far. That's fine. Inhale, come back up. Then exhale, twist to your left. Right hand to your left knee, left hand to the floor behind.
Hello. Tickle your neighbor's foot.
Inhale, back up. Exhale, take your right hand to the inside of the calf. Left hand comes over. Good. Inhale up. Exhale, twist to your left. Right hand to your left knee, left hand to the floor behind or to the foot of your neighbor behind. Inhale up again. And one more time, take your right hand to the inside of the right calf. Left arm comes over. Nice side stretch. Inhale up and then twist left again. Right hand to your left knee, left hand behind. And come back around to center. Just bring your hands right down in front. And now we're going to shift and go to the other side. So lift up your right knee and then extend your left leg out. Bring your right foot to the middle, the center. And I'm a little off my mat, but that's okay.
Your heel going to be okay?
Yes, it'll be fine.
And you know, one thing too is remember, check out your straight leg. Make sure the toes are pointing up and the kneecap is up instead of the toes turning out or in. You want them just straight up towards the ceiling.
One of the main things about our practice about Vari-Yoga is accessibility.
Yes.
To make it where you can do it and not hurt yourself. So one of the options that you could do whenever you're seated in a wide position like that, in a hard floor, is put a blanket or a small pillow under your foot so that the heel is not digging into the hard floor.
Yeah.
So now we have this. The left leg is out, the right leg is in. I want you to press down on the right leg just a little bit so that you come to a neutral position. Bring your hands forward, lift up your heart, not your chin. Thank you, Andrea. Good. And then walk your hands a little bit or a lot forward.
Not warmed up yet.
The idea for this is the inner thigh stretch. And
I
this
feel
really
it.
helps with circulation to the legs. It also helps with our lymphatic system,
Yeah.
the inner thigh.
That's a good one. It's right down in here. Not if it's in your knee, bend the knee a little bit or bring your heel in a little closer. Don't be so wide. You want to respect that joint.
Thank you for saying the knee. Another variation is to put the rolled up blanket under your knee. That's a nice variation too.
Good idea, yeah.
And now let's do a little movement. Come
Yes.
back up. Take your left hand to the inside of your left calf. Right hand out. Inhale, lift it up, and then exhale, take it over further. You choose how far you go. Inhale, come up, and then exhale, twist to your right. Left hand to your right knee, right hand to the floor behind. Inhale, come up. Exhale, left hand to the inside, right hand over. Inhale up. Exhale, twist right. Inhale, back up. And then just one more time. Left hand to the inside of the calf, right hand over. And come up, and then twist to your right again. Good. Come back up. And just bring your hands down. Now lift up your left knee. Good, and then your right knee.
So that was like a half of the full pose. You know?
Right.
Yeah, so let's just show them the full pose.
The full pose.
Yeah. So both legs will go straight and wide apart, right?
That's right. I'm moving back so my heels stay on
There you
the
go.
mat. Because this is a little more intense, a lot more intense.
Yes, it
on
is.
the inner thighs.
And what you can do is you can actually rotate your inside edge of your thigh down to the floor. That actually helps you get more anchored into your thighs. Yeah.
You're shifting the muscles a little
Shifting
bit.
the muscles, and it also helps shift your hips then, your pelvis forward. And then you sit up nice and straight, and as Brian said earlier, lift from the heart. Lift up through your chest. The chin stays parallel with the floor, and slowly walk your fingers out in front of you. Ooh, see how far you can stretch yourself forward. Some of you might be amazed and can just actually put your elbows to the floor. Some of you might be able to get your chin to the floor. I'm not going there today.
And then
I'm not going to the
some may
gym
need
today.
to lean back because that's just too much. If you're leaning back, that allows you to still experience the
Oh,
stretch.
good point. So there's an opposite there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I have some that come to my classes that this is the range of motion that they have and this is plenty of stretch. But then others can just take it all the way over.
You know, when I first started yoga a while ago, I was taking from a teacher who was quite a bit older than me, and she just did this pose, and she just totally went forward, and I couldn't do that. Now I can't. But I made it, I would sit, this is what I'm telling you, if you find a pose and you think, that's challenging, I want to try that. I want to try to get that pose and get more flexibility in it. Go slow, don't force anything, don't bounce, don't shove yourself into it. But I would sit at a coffee table with my shins right at the legs of the coffee table, and I would write notes, or I would, read
While you were
we're
stretching.
stretching. And then once your body gets it, and you don't hurt yourself,
Right.
sitting like this becomes second nature. Down to the floor he goes. Woo!
I couldn't do that when I first started. Not anywhere near.
All
It took
right,
me
well,
several years.
We're going to move up to some standing poses, right? Oh, bring your legs together. In fact, we're going to stand with, just like if we were on the floor with our legs wide apart, and we're now going to stand with our feet wide apart. And in a pose that's helps stretch the backs of our legs, the hamstrings. And what you'll do is look at your own feet. Now, everybody's different with their ankles and what their ankles are doing. Ideally, when you do this pose, your feet are straight ahead, parallel, because it keeps your knees. But if it's bothering the outside of your ankles, turn your feet out a little bit. We always believe in modification. Work with where you're at in your body. And then place your hands right at the tops of your thighs. And that's where you're going to start to hinge forward, because you're going to slowly fold forward, bend the knees a little bit if you need to, and then just bring your hands to the floor. And when you stay up on your fingertips, you probably can reach the floor a little easier that way. Maybe you can walk your feet out a little wider. Find that point of balance where you can fold forward, have your legs still fairly straight, and then we're going to mirror you. Keep your left hand on the floor, and on an inhale, sweep your right arm up and open to the right, and turn your torso to look up towards the ceiling. And then exhale, bring your right hand down and place it where your left hand is. And go to the other side. Inhaling, opening up.
I'm doing a modification.
I just saw that. It's great. So see what Brian's doing. As you sweep your arm over, if you feel a hitch or a tightness in your shoulder or binding, put your hand on your low back, like Brian's showing. Come back down. Let's do it again to the left. This is great to add a twist to your spine, to release tension in the shoulders, and to flow with your breath. You know that 70% of toxins are released from our breath?
Yes.
That's the beauty of yoga, because you synchronize your movement with your breath. All right, so we want you to come back up. Bend your knees, place your hands on your thighs. And we're going to move into something a little more
energetic. Yeah. Hiya.
Okay.
Right, bring your heels in. Mm-hmm. And then you bend your knees and you grip your legs just above the knees. Hiya.
Hiya.
H-A-Y-A. That's a Sanskrit word for workhorse.
Workhorse.
And so Hayasana is the workhorse pose, and that's where we are right here.
Are you going to work us?
The workhorse, yes.
Uh-oh.
We're going to do a little side-to-side movement. So your right hand stays down. We inhale in place. Exhale, your left hand goes over toward the right. Inhale back up, bring the left hand down. Exhale, right hand goes over to your left. Inhale back to neutral. Exhale, left hand goes over to the right. Inhale back up. Exhale, right hand goes to your left. And back up. Just one more time, take your left hand over to your right. And back to center, and then right hand goes over to your left.
So I have a little variation on that. Can we try it?
We can.
I want you to try it. Keep your hands where they are, and instead of just taking your arm overhead, you're going to drop that left shoulder to the midline and look over your right shoulder. Come back to center. Exhale. You may have already planned to do this, but I just want to throw it in just in case. And then take the left shoulder down, the right shoulder rotates back to center and over to your left. Let's do that one more time to each side. And back to center. And over. And I think you've got an addition on this. It's called the Carnival Ride. You know what? I'm going to trade places with you.
Okay.
I want you in the front for that one.
Okay.
So I can follow you. This is challenging. Okay.
Good. So the heels are in and the toes are out. You bend the knees. You need to bring your feet a little closer in. That's fine. Okay. Two positions that we're going to be stopping at. First position is arms wide, straight line fingertip to fingertip. And the second position, hands down, a little bit lower. So do that too. So, yeah, we're just going from one to the other.
Okay.
Now, come back to neutral. First, at home, we're mirror image. So I want you to take your right hand right down to your right knee. Take your left hand, sweep it all the way over to your left knee. And now you're in that second position. Take your right hand, sweep it all the way around and up, and then your arms are parallel again. Right hand down, left hand over.
Good, that's an exhale, right?
And then
right inhale.
Yes. And one more time, take it around. And then let's stop at the top, just like a carnival ride, and it goes the other way.
Oh boy.
Left hand down, right hand sweeps all the way around.
I think I'm getting it.
Left arm up and over. Down and around, that's an exhale. Inhale, come up. And one more time, take it around, good. And inhale and come up.
All right.
Good, and then bring your hands down.
Ooh, straighten your legs.
Back up. Good, all right.
Yeah, you know, we always plan a lot of things for you on this show, and then it goes so fast. So we've got like 3 minutes left. So let's get some, like our starfish balance pose. Forget the flying warrior, let's do the starfish.
We'll do the star balance,
and we'll do the release when we get down. So let's.
Okay, I want you to take your right foot and turn it just at a little angle. Turn it out to the side, because you're going to be balancing over that leg. So bring your body weight over your right leg, and your left foot is out just a little bit. Take your arms wide, palms forward, and then lift your left toes off the floor just a little, and you can touch them down as much as you need. Little star balance.
Even the hands are stars.
That's right.
And then
and when we do little things like for ourselves with balancing, turn your left foot out, bring your body weight over that, arms wide, lift your right toes off the floor a little bit. That helps us off the mat. Because whenever we're balancing, we're stimulating the connection between the brain and the muscles.
Well, that's what I found in the whole thing on my bicycle. It was like I was really noticing that in myself in space.
Turn your right foot out again. Let's go again.
Yeah, okay. Just got about a few more minutes here.
And then back.
One more time to your
right, to your left.
Balance on the toes, foot turns out, spread your fingers.
And the wall is your friend too if you need to be by a wall.
Or a couch.
The couch can be friendly. There. Swirl
Our shoulders, yeah. Well, we hope you did take some time for yourself and practice some of these Vari-Yoga sequences and moves. So come on back down to the floor with us. What I want you to do is just lie on your back. We're gonna lie on ours, and you're just gonna bring your knees to your chest. This is known as Apanasana, part of Apanasana. Just pull your knees in as you exhale, and then push your knees away as you inhale. And then again, pull your knees in and push them away. One more time, pull them in. And this time push them away, let go of them, let your feet come to the floor, and take your feet about 3 feet, 2.5, 3 feet apart. We're gonna take them the width of our mat. And then just pick whichever knee you want first, but just let one knee lower towards the opposite foot. So you're gonna roll it in and let that knee drop towards your foot, stretching out your quad. Do you feel that, Brian?
Yes.
Yeah, stretch
it's a little
the top.
IT band too.
Yeah, and then bring your knee up. Since we did that work with our thighs in horse pose and in wide Prasarita Padottanasana, wide angle, this is good to release the tightness in the thighs that may have built up. Then go again, the other opposite way. And then the other way. So we're coming down to close here. And we just want you to join us here. Just bring your knees together, straighten your legs out onto the floor. You're just gonna do a quick little mini Shavasana, corpse pose. Let your arms come, either rest them on your hands on your belly or arms to your side. Legs are totally relaxed, arms are relaxed, shoulders relaxed, eyes are closed. Start to focus again on your breath like you did in the beginning. Breathing nice full inhalation and exhalation. Let yourself sink into the floor. As Brian said, be where you are right now. Can't think of the future, can't think of the past, just be in the moment.
Vari-Yoga with Andrea is underwritten by the Arkansas Yoga Center. This eco-friendly facility will delight your senses and relax your body and mind. We offer classes in yoga, tai chi, meditation, and yoga teacher training. Our qualified instructors ensure that everyone is safe and comfortable at all class levels. Centrally located in Fayetteville next to Woodland Junior High. Visit us at the Arkansas Yoga Center to renew, refresh, and savor the stillness.